Hello, my friends. For a long time we didn't have a race because I had pneumonia, but Alexander is racing and he was crazy enough to sign in for a class that is even above his. He has 460 or was his racing score 460, and he decided to go with the fast guys, 520 to 690. If this guy really has a disc, he's crazy, because this is mountain massif, meaning that only the com counts, and I think it's the epic climb. Epic climb or radio tower. Das wissen wir gar nicht, ne? Hast
Die
du's?
Beschreibung ist von unten bis oben zählt.
Bis zum Radio Tower.
Ja.
Okay. Okay. Also, Alexander didn't race for quite a time because he had a cold. And yeah, you were racing a little bit, but we are not sure about his strength actually. It's 27 guys in the meantime.
Ja, das wären alle, glaube ich.
Ah, okay, all different categories. Yeah, but they're in your race and you can draft them.
Ja.
Because on the flat, Alexander has a problem to be with the strong ones. It counts only the com, but even then, of course, these heavier guys are much faster in the flat. So there are plenty of guys behind you, no? You don't need to go with them. But from the color, don't see a difference. From the color of the dots.
The first one is
Red, green, blue, yellow. So I think it's a piece in the tunnel, then to the left, and then epic climb, right? Four seconds to the guys behind you, but they are faster. I would wait for them. They are coming 3 seconds. And they are pushing 4 point something, huh? Yeah, Alexander, due to his weight, of course, he is a good climber. But here in the downhill, they might be pretty fast. Yeah. But it's a big group. It's a big group. Okay. Okay, that was the warm-up.
ja.
Alex didn't do a warm-up because he said, well, the first part doesn't count. Okay, now you are at least in the draft. You saw the guy behind you, he pushed for a time 6 watts to get the group. Yeah, I need to, perhaps you hear it, my trainer makes funny noises. I need to disassemble and look what's wrong. I think it's only the sound, but it's a terrible sound. Okay, I think it's going to the left. Yeah, you see that the incline is coming pretty soon, no? On the mini-map. You have been gapped. Yep, to the left. Wow, they are really pushing it, huh? No, they are really pushing. You think they don't push? I think they are pretty fast. I don't know why they push already here so hard. Look what they have in watts per kilo. Like 5, 4.1. But you are still more or less in the middle of the field. Don't worry about the heart rate from Alexander. As already stated multiple times, I think 200 is possible. Of course, he's growing a little bit. In former times it was like 215, but let's see if it's still that much, because he didn't raise a lot in the last months. Could be that the group behind doesn't catch you, no? Because the distance maintained more or less, although it's not yet climbing. Was mal?
0 seconds,
Was?
0 seconds.
Ach so, yeah, this is an error. The guys behind you are all 0 seconds behind. Very strange. There are a lot of bugs reported, in fact, in the last weeks. Now it's increasing. 3, 4, 5. It was like 12 seconds, no? So now it seems to be correct, at least for the first ones. The Spanish guy is only 5 seconds behind. Epicom, 4%, it's almost 400 meters of elevation. Alex is not frightened by that because he did all his workouts on Ventoux to get the Tron bike, no? You remember? So he was going up Mont Ventoux for so many times, not to the top, but like 1,000 meters or something. So now it started, huh? Epicom running. There's this first steep part. Oh, you're right. Now the dots are colored. And there's even a D rider in front of you. Whatever D means in the new categories. There is a flatter part, and it makes some sense to push hard here. The Spanish guy is strong. I would never volunteer to do this race. Never. If I want to perform, I go for a sprint race or some hills, but not mountains. So I think there's nothing from behind. All okay? Do you need something to eat, to drink? Cookie? So it was almost 400 meters to the first com, no? But then there's the radio tower. On the top you could switch and go for, I don't know if there are power-ups. If you have a helmet, you could go for the 100 kilometer badge. Take a TT bike, but for you at your weight I think it's difficult. Ah, you're catching this yellow dot, huh? I think you are a little bit faster. I think from here it's about half an hour for you. Because the first 100 meters of the climb are done. It's more 300 here plus 100 for the radio tower, I think. So more or less 30 minutes, perhaps a little bit more. This guy is sucking your wheel now. He is probably much heavier than you are. He should go to the front. I already see the guy in front of you. Yeah, but they are all rather strong, huh? There's one with 0.2 watts per kilo. But now he increased. Oh, you kept the Gomez, the Spaniard. Perhaps he didn't read the road book, that there's still some climb coming. The next part is pretty consistent up to the town. So try to maintain the wattage. Huh? There is a small village where it goes to 0%, I think. Alex, you are so much faster than I am. It's incredible. In climbing, I have no chance against my son. It's funny, you were gapping Gomez in the more flatter part already. Very strange. It was a good strategy not to go with the first blob, because you would have been killed, and now it's motivating because perhaps you can catch some more of them. Oh, right on, no?
Huh?
Right on. Oop. You gave already, huh? He has the aero helmet, too heavy. Oh, it's a girl, no? It's a girl, yeah. American girl. For them it's still like lunchtime. The next ones are tougher to catch, huh? How do you climb? Do you climb, stand up from time to time, or do you always sit? Almost everything sitting. If going from the saddle, I would shift by 1 or 2 gears. It's simply to use other muscles. Huh? I would guess that almost 1/3 of the first com is done already. Yeah, the next 3 could be caught, I think. And then it becomes tough. And in the upper part there are even some downhills, no? They are short, but it's getting very fast. There it would be nice to have some draft. Yeah, in spite of your higher wattage per kilo, these 2 guys 30 seconds, they always push 3.5, but they are about as fast as you are. That's not fair. Because you are doing like almost 4.0, no? In average. Very, very strong. So this is the flat part in the city, no? There you could reduce a little bit the wattage and push hard until you're there. This one doesn't want to be caught in front of you. Another American. And how are you? Still good? More air? Colder?
Huh?
Shall I open the window? Okay. Just a moment. Okay. The 30 seconds to the guys could be because it's the flat part, no? Push hard. It's funny. We cannot. We can change. There they are. Yeah, you gain back a little bit to these two guys, about 30 seconds in front. Now even our fan is making funny noises. Perhaps we need to find new equipment. I see a lot of yellow and a little bit of red. Very good. Yeah, the fan is a cheap one, but it served well for the last 3-4 years, I think, already. Shall I adjust it a little bit? It's too warm? It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I opened 2 windows, so we should have some fresh air. Outside it's about perhaps 10 to 15 degrees. There you see him already. Kill him. He's again in a flatter part and reducing his power, no? One of the guys that was 30 seconds ahead, he fell back. He's pretty slow. You're about to arrive at this protection area where they protect from the snow. No? It's like a tunnel. That is the last steep part. No? This long kind of tunnel, or it's an avalanche protection actually. It starts there. I think you can see now that there it starts. I think it starts. And then there is this undulated part. And to the com again, it's pretty steep. I think the first one will be the Canadian that you can catch. But the one in front, the Norwegian, also became slower. We're catching up to all of them. Wurde zur Seite gedrückt. Oder ist zu kalt?
Hot.
Da ist die Katze zur Seite geschoben. One door slammed. Okay, this is now, you see the dots in front, not too far. And you see the blue part already upcoming. Would of course be great, but it's too far, no? It's too far to catch them. I think. very, very strong. The steep part is over soon. Then it's flat, then it's rolling, and then the last part to the first comb is again steep. You're doing great, Alex. Your heart rate is not even 200. Still relaxed? Not really. But it's below 10 seconds now. We don't know the weight of the guy in front. Shall I look?
No.
I only need to click and I see the wattage against the power, watts per kilo. Push over the top, and now you can relax a little bit. Yep. Yeah, there is the rolling terrain. No? Up and down, a few times. And push hard in the steep parts. There is even a longer downhill. Kick it. It's short. Great. Push to the top. Push over the top. And then accelerate for this short, steep part. Wow. Sing, and now push hard, push hard, push hard. Great stuff. Okay, that's the long downhill, and then there is a long climb. If you manage to catch him, that would be perfect. He's pretty slow. Perhaps you can reach him. Yeah. I think you can get him. One final push. That would really help. Stand up, get him. Yeah. You're there. Perfect. Get in the draft. Yeah. Now you have him. No, don't stop. Don't stop. You are not yet so fast. Okay, now that's a long, long climb. In comparison to your body weight, probably your bike is heavier than his Tron. But the Tron became heavier, no? The most recent update changed the bike weight of Tron. Have you given a ride on? Just in case. The Canadian has passed the Norwegian. You paced your climb very well. Push for the next few hundred meters, because then there is a flat part and even a downhill, no? To the radio tower, the first part is downhill. There's still 3 guys that you can perhaps catch. Crazy. Because the steepest part is still to come. Where is the com? The com is already in the flat part. Push it. Great, Alex. Probably much better than my best time. Okay, accelerate because it's getting flat until you are at 30 or 35. Yeah, good. Very, very good. Now there's this small downhill. Oh, there's snow on the road. Be careful. It could be slippery. Okay, now the hardest part starts, the steepest part. There they are. In the moment you are much faster than they are. Of course it's not too much road anymore, no? But it's about the time, it's not about the position. Every second counts. Great, still about 4 watts per kilo. You are my hero. I thought the one was only going 1 point something. It was the one coming in the opposite direction. It continues to be very steep. It looks like flattening out, but it's all more than 10%. I think the two are a little bit far ahead, but it's still some time to go. Seems that some have given up, no? It's only 24 anymore. Right on. We already gave him a right on. There you see the blue part. This is where it's done. Now this is the steepest part. Oh, you caught a lot. It's only 7 and 8 seconds. I think it's because it's that steep, no? Come on, push! Alex, you see the blue part. It moves so slowly, no? If you are in the flat, it's much different. It really hurts, I know. Yeah, the long-term endurance of Alexander is not yet so well developed. It's simply because he's 13 years old. So these long rides, and he shouldn't even do it. So yeah, but all the time at 190. This is different from a normal race, where in the flat you from time to time can draft. Here it's every turn of the pedals counts. And you didn't ride hard for a longer time, no? This also makes a difference. And what is frustrating, you do significantly more watts per kilo, but even then they are as fast as you are. It didn't change in the last seconds, no? The only change is we really stand up and push hard. Come on, green is not enough. I want to see yellow at least. It's about 1 more minute. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 2-2. Almost done. The last effort. If you stand up, I would really shift 1 gear. Or we need to be strengthened. We need to do strength training for you. Because this one guy pushes hard behind, no?
Ja, das heißt, Leute vor mir halt rein.
Ja, das stimmt. The com was faster for you, but even then he shouldn't pass you. No way. It's a pity that they both are fighting in the front, no? They are pushing hard. But the one behind doesn't catch you anymore, because it's starting to become flat. For the downhill, shall I close the door? Becoming cold? Yeah, I imagine. Go, go, go. I want to see a strong time. There it is, done. Perfect. Imagine if you would do a sprint in the flat, this one would be like 1 second. And now, okay, well done, Alex. Very well done. I need to shut the door, and actually the race is over, no? But you do the downhill, of course.
It is part of the race.
It's still part of the race, but it doesn't count towards the result. So what do you want to tell us, Alex? Interview. Here's the microphone. Did you enjoy the race?
Yes.
Was it fun?
Yes.
Would you enjoy it with more people? There was very few, no?
Huh.
It would have been a little bit more motivating to have more around yourself. But your intrinsic motivation is also very good. We wanted to switch to to the TT bike. Yeah, the Scott is, of course, it sucks when you're going down. I would pedal a little bit to get the legs.
Ich habe danach ja noch ein bisschen flachen Teil.
Okay. I would switch to a big gear like 25, which we don't have. We have only 24. And pedal to keep the legs moving.
90.
90 without power.
And
I think even you could do 100. I don't know why. It's strange. I did hard to get over 90 and okay, you had a super tuck, no?
yeah.
Super tuck also helps. Yeah. If you pedal, this is the disadvantage. If you pedal, you have no super tuck. This sound is so strange.
Huh.
Yes, okay, I think you did very well, and also you didn't completely die. It was, of course, the exhaustion kicked in, but you were almost maintaining the power, which is very good. Good sign. Perhaps this 1 century you did, that already helped, huh?
Mhm.
Now, you did a lot of the tiny races and a lot of 20, 30 kilometer races, huh?
Huh.
This one is from time duration, it's already longer. And it's high power for a long time. Okay, you enjoy these races? I would never sign in for such a race. Oh, this guy is still pushing.
Mhm.
But you are sure that only the counts?
Mhm.
Because let's see what it does to your points, no?
Ja.
Because the ones that you were racing had very high numbers, but I don't know if all of them were in front.
Ja.
Now this part is not so steep anymore.
Huh.
No 90 kilometers an hour anymore.
Ich hatte gerade 18 Watt pro Kilo.
Echt?
700 Watt?
Das kann doch nicht sein. This peak power, I already had 1,100 watts, which I never did. My max was like 1,066 watts, but I gained the badge, the 1,100 watts badge.
Ja, aber es hat sich auch irgendwie perfekt angefühlt von der Drehzahl her.
Yeah, okay. It's always, of course, a real sprint over 15 seconds is different from such a peak. And if you have exactly the right angle of the pedals and the right cadence, then it might be that for a short time the wattage is very high.
Ich habe bisher nur einmal über 600 Watt gesehen.
Und jetzt gleich 700 watts. Amazing. There's still some flat cargo, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where it ends. Italian villas? No. Perhaps it's via the tunnel and back to downtown? It's difficult to see it normally you see it in the profile, but here because the mountain was that high, everything seems super flat. No? I didn't look to the comp time you had.
23 oder 25.
I must look, I think my best time was like 27. And I never wrote that in the last year. I know that the reverse I did 22, but it's much shorter. No? It's the same elevation, but it doesn't have these flat parts or even downhill parts.
Mhm.
Okay, there's a small downhill part. It's still 8 kilometers. It's good for a cool down.
Mhm.
Yeah, what is your upgrade plan? Actually, yes, he doesn't have the SL8 so far. So in the moment it's about gaining some drops so that you can buy the SL9, SL8. And let's see what they invent perhaps. Just if you have it and have it upgraded, they invent a new bike that is better. Or they, what would be crazy if they find out that one of the Halo bikes is so strong that you need it. Then you are
27
screwed.
Millionen.
27 million drops, and first you need to update 3 other bikes, which is also each like over 1,000 kilometers. Even the cheap ones are, I think about, yeah, they are below. I think they are just below 1,000 kilometers. But Alex rides only 2 or 3 times a week, and of course not the very long ones. So it takes years probably to gain 27 million drops, and for the upgrades of the Halo bike, you again need a lot of drops. So nothing from behind, huh? These two have passed you. In the moment they are in the very steep downhill.
Nee, jetzt nicht mehr.
No, I think they are both.
Nee,
No,
das sind
no,
ja
they
keine
are-
Punkte.
Now they are down.
Ja, und
But they are still pushing, no?
it's
It's
through
fine.
the tunnel.
It's not yet really, it's through the tunnel.
Yes, I think. Or?
Tunnel would be to the right. No, I think it's via Italian villas back to downtown.
And the
Because you're now on the left side, no? You're,
and then the sprint there is the Italian villa.
yeah, exactly. I think so. Because after the sprint you see a little incline. This is the 10 meters or something. Yeah, if you would go to the right now, it would be too short to downtown. Alex, I'm level 105 or something. You are still 46. There was not much development in the last weeks, no? 45?
Yeah, the century.
The Century was good, but you didn't ride too much outside of the Century. We go windsurfing and before we do some days of biking here in Swift. A lot of pacer runs. By then you should have the SL,
Yes.
and then you can start to upgrade your SL. But you are doing these TTTs from WTRL, no? And then you need to upgrade your cadex. First you need to buy the cadex.
Oh.
It's another 1 point something million drops, I think. And to upgrade your SL you also need a significant amount of drops. It's a lot of pacer riding. During my recovery, I rode a lot of pacers. In the morning and in the afternoon, or the evening, before work and after work, and during work. Well, if there was a bigger break between meetings and I didn't need to prepare much, I even was riding sometimes lunchtime. Take care that the Brazilian guy doesn't catch you.
He's in front of me.
No, oh,
Minus.
it was just shown where the finish is. Strange. It's Italian villas. Then back home. It's the solo ride. Switch bikes. Switch bikes. Do something faster. It would probably make sense. Because this spot is pretty lame in the float. Funny that this guy was on a Tron, no? Perhaps he thought that the downhill also counts. Most of them, but some ride even 4.0, 5.5 watts. They take the complete thing as a race. Mr. Gomez won't catch you anymore.
Yeah.
Look, now this guy is also shown behind you. The Canadian and the Norwegian. Yeah, I'm really impressed how you ride the mountains. I try to find out where the sound is from. It could be that it's the cock part. Could be the cock part. There's orange and there's more to it than just, and I don't need it. I only need the Zahnrad itself. Zahnrad of English?
Oh.
Your legs? Legs hurt? Don't fuss to your things, you know. Don't fuss.
It's like... Was ist Krampf?
Cramp.
Yeah. Feels like
Right leg cramping.
inside.
Just move it. Continue to move it with low power. Then it shouldn't cramp. It should even relax. No, he's going for a sprint. It's walking. That was Pakili. 4 more to go.
Why? Is it always that you can see?
The mountains, huh? I don't think so. I think that was changed. I think they have simply changed the visibility in the distance. Because in former times they simply didn't care. Everything more than 5 kilometers away was not shown. And now
We have
snow.
rain. It's maybe...
Because of the rain you can see that well. Probably not. Oh, Gomez is only 1 minute behind. Cannot be.
Doch.
No. It's more. It was more than 2 minutes. They cannot catch up 1 minute in that short time. Look, it's getting more. By the second, it gets a second more.
Why is Gomez in front of me?
Because
Minus.
Because he passed you on the downhill.
It wasn't Gomez.
Really?
No.
Okay, let's see. It's again decreasing. Now he's behind you. I think they have problems with this route. You look here as if you had a fat ass. Alex is pretty slim. Thomas is again in front of you. He's from Raumschiff Enterprise, Star Trek.
Yeah.
He's beaming around. I don't know, beaming in English is beam? Yeah, the beam is Strahl. Should be the same. Okay, Alex. Do some show for the spectators.
I think
May-
it's because of the rain, the visibility.
What?
The visibility is bad because of.
Visibility. Well,
I
it's
was-
bad. It's bad. Normally you don't see the mountains at all, I think.
Doch.
Doch?
Doch.
Do you? Last climb. The small epic climb. Now Gomez is 3 minutes behind you. It's somehow strange. Okay, it was only this one, the American you passed, and he passed you again. And you were about to catch them, but didn't because they were fighting in the end. These two, huh?
No, it was another Canadian guy.
Another Canadian?
Yes, the
Where is he?
the American I catch before the start of the radio tower, and I passed one
One more?
on the in the
Is
radio.
that a Canadian?
Yes,
Okay. But he's gone. He passed you back on the
And-
downhill?
yes.
Yeah, downhill is not your strongest discipline, huh? And you didn't push at all. It was more a recovery line. So you gain, you still need more than 200,000 hops. Want to write a little bit more?
No.
He always wants to see the sports report. It starts in half an hour. So shower, some. No, we have. This is so crazy. It's a race of 1 hour and you empty the complete bottle. Probably it's right, huh? I'm the one that drinks much too less. On some races I completely forget to drink. I prepare a bottle and I don't drink it. So come on, Alex. Don't waste my hard drive. It's not even 30 kilometers the race in total. But to get the last XP, you need to complete the kilometer. it's only 29.5. Crazy. But your average speed is not too bad, no?
Yes.
In 1 hour you did more than 28 kilometers. In spite of the mountain.
Yes.
And it is a mountain, no? This is, for a long time it was the second biggest climb in Watopia, and there was no other word in the beginning. It was only Alpe de Zwift, and the next difficult one was Epic Climb. Now with Ventoux it's now of course different. 600, is the finish? Is it the normal lap banner?
Huh?
The normal lap banner is still 500 meters away?
Yes.
And normally in a block you are so fast here that you don't even recognize that it's that far. But you're right, this turn never ends. No? If you are in a sprint and you're too much in front, it sucks because it's still so far. So 200 meters, so you're right. The normal lap runner. Oh, here we had a lot of sprints. In the last time, there are not so many races that finish here. No? Okay, in former times there was only Watopia, and even in Watopia there was much less routes. No? Wie fährst man das hier?
Ja, 4,1 für 20 Minuten.
4.1 for 20 minutes. That's strong, no? You had that once, no?
Yes, and I once had 4.2.
4.2.
Looking good away. Mach's weg.
No, ach so, yeah, okay. Yeah, great race. You were 8th off, nobody knows.
Oh, ich hatte die noch nicht.
New route. Probably is on speed. I am 30 kilometers over time.
Ja.
Okay, my friends, this was it. Hope you enjoyed part of the video, at least the climb. Even riding most of the time sozinho, alone. Yeah, see you next time. See you next time. We need to end the stream, of course.